You may want to avoid actually attacking, yeah. It was the same with the stamina cost. You actually wanted to avoid attacking to deflect. I think that's a really cool choice. I like that. Or like now you want to be not out of breath to actually use it. It's a berserker. You take prisoners, I think. What do we have? A javelin? You fool. You bring ranged weapons against Neo? Haven't you heard? I'm immune to ranged weapons. Well, not if you throw it that way. That way is unfair. Haha! Deflected. Ow. He's gonna die. Can't do this. Fuck. Yeah, he's out of stamina and gets hit again. I think it'd be interesting if it costed stamina and block for you as well. Yeah, I agree. That would also be interesting. I just think that the combination of 0 stamina and blocking for yourself and your allies is a bit too much. It needs either some stamina cost or like only for your allies, but also if it misses on your allies. So it's reliable. So if they target your allies, it should always deflect, whether it misses them and hits you accidentally or not. So it's just reliable block. Or it could also stay like this, but with stamina cost. So you actually have a choice of deflecting for yourself or like engaging, striking someone. Or ramming is actually like a problem now, right? Well, not really. Right now it's not a problem. Right now you could just ram and you always have above 50 and you can deflect everything. But if it was have a stamina cost of like 25 or like something, or 35 even, then ramming would be a problem because you could not deflect all the hits. Like you cannot just ram into 5 archers and expect to live then. Who do we take? We take an assassin. Nobody else has anything changed, right? No. He has less crossbow damage. And a bleeding crits? We pick up an assassin and bleeding crits? On the same turn? Holy shit. He has a rusty iron sword. And he will still murder people with his rusty iron sword. Just watch me. Soldiers retreating, that's pretty hard right now. Guess it's time for the scavenger pikemen to arrive. Immune to ranged weapons unless you move. Can my Footman deflect oil, please? Don't you have enough Footman buffs already? Do you still want more? That's so greedy. I think we fight it down here. Let's actually try to save a villager. We can actually deflect for them. Ooh, you can use the villagers as bait. He will totally stand up there and fire at him, right? He will stand here or here, and we'll try to fire at him. We can just stand in front and basically have one take out the marksman forever. Oh, I like that. Let's try that. I'm all for it. We kind of have to take him out of the ult for this now. What do we want him? He needs to be in range. He will go here, right? If you do this, he will go down here and shoot him. And we can stand here and block him from coming closer and block him from shooting. That's perfect. He will go to him first though. Yeah. Let's hope not. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, they're all coming there. That's awkward. Alright. But we have good pits here. Get him. Get deflected on. Rusty Iron Sword. Get him. I summon you, Rusty Iron Sword. Oh, he doesn't have Lightfoot. Silly me. We're in a very bad spot. Just take him out. I kind of want to play with Deflect here. I don't know. I can just get up here and like solo him with his Spearman, but I want to use Deflect. So he's gonna try to shoot him, right? So we deflect this one. Oh, he tried to shoot him. Interesting. No Lightfoot, no Lightfoot. Ooh, that was repose already. He goes on 3, so that's fine. Just positioning around him so he's melee blocked and we cannot get on him and kill him. That's actually Urtuk, so if he dies here, the campaign is over. Which would be a bit of a bummer. You wanna duel me? Let's duel. Did he wait last turn? No, he didn't. Let's wait here. Get patient. Yeah, like, they can just stand there. Oh, you're level 2. I see. No patience. They can just stand there and tank archers. It doesn't even matter what kind of archer. It's just... So, projectiles deflector. Does it mean every projectile? Does it matter if it's a normal attack for them or if it's like an overfocus? Like aim shot, snipe and devastating shot? It just says projectiles. I assume it's every projectile. It's so funny. Now he gets hit here because he's gonna be out of stam. He gets hit, yeah. saved them? Hey, you saved them. If we stop asking for buffs, they will nerf. Footman should deflect misplaced too. A turn redo ability on a priest would be awesome. Like going back to the state of the game during the priest's last turn. Like a tactician. Doesn't deflect barrel. That's fair. That would be a bit OP, wouldn't it? Like, to be able to deflect a barrel without damaging it with a billhook would be quite the feat. That would be quite impressive. Imagine a barrel bigger than yourself flies at you, packed with oil, and all you have is a billhook. And you need to deflect it so it doesn't hit you without damaging it so the oil doesn't escape. That would be quite impressive if you could pull that off. A barrel flies slower than an arrow. Yeah, but how do you deflect that, you know? You can just how do you do this without damaging the wood around it? You shall not pass. We get our medicine. Steel billhook. A famous soldier went missing. We want swampers. Show me swampers. I want to see. This is scavengers. Scavengers. I want to see the protector changes. Also Valdor. Ooh, Valdor was changed, right? We have new rewards for them. Hell yeah, let's do a Valdor outpost. Let's get slaughtered. I kinda want to do it with Urtuk at day 15 though. So an enemy fort first. Because it gives us good weapons. Let's go over here. I like being over there. I think this is my preferred location on this map. So there are 3 entrances to this map. It's here, and it's here. But this one will be full of oil. So the only real entrance without oil is here. And it's like super bad to go up there. And everything down here at 1 elevation or 0 will be full with oil eventually. Because the geysers pump out oil continuously. If it's like a barrel thrower, you kind of have to be here, just because you need the space to dance around the oil. And if you are here, there's no space whatsoever or here. There's not enough open field to just walk around. You kind of need to be here. There's not much variety in this map in terms of viable strategies. I feel like. You just stay here and dance around the oil and then we lure them down. And they have to come through this one tile choke where there's oil. That's all you do. And mostly it's enough to win it. And of course we let Spearman, we let Footman pull now. With deflection. Oh, I don't need to spread out, it's not a fortress. Just a fortification. Shoot me. Shoot me. Try me. Nope. That's also so cool that you can now have a more tactical retreat without getting shot by archers. So they have 3 movement and you have 3 movement. So if you're trying to get to a better spot, you can just move 3 away from them, but then they can move 3 up and shoot you again. But if you want to retreat now, you can just place a footman on your back end and just walk. And then they still walk and shoot you, but you deflect it. Which is kind of cool. It opens up more possibilities for actual retreats to a better position on the map. Valder outpuff buff gives 10% additional trillium. Seems good. No, I don't believe that yet. Hang on. I do like the patch. Hey, what's up, Mr. Toxish? Pretty good, but I'm not sure yet. There's some stuff that seems really OP. Doesn't deflection seem too strong? Well, in its current form, yeah. Right now it's changed to 0 stamina and it deflects everything at 100% chance over you or at yourself. So currently, Footmen are immune to range fire. Which is a little too strong, yes. Let's get him in here. Just got buffed a couple minutes ago, yeah. I like this fortress, I do not remember it. It was added like a couple of weeks ago. I think this was in the latest patch, like in the latest... like this was one of the 2 that got added lately. This and the other oil thing. Not a fan of the other oil. He does have it, yeah. Got him. Kind of curious what the Valder outpost gives you now. One Valder Reaper, please no. The force now gives 2% damage, not 4%. Well, yeah, the base damage on weapons got buffed. So higher tiers are now much more impactful. Higher tiers of weapon, they have higher base damage. I had a rare silver greatsword with a base damage of 169. He cannot touch me. He's trying to shoot my Bloodknight here, but I will deflect it. So 5. This is deflection. Deflection! Deflected. So I was standing in line here, and he could not go up to go around me because it was oil. Or he didn't want to. So he deflected it. And he did not get hit. Got him. And this is basically this fortress. So you just stand here, and this oil comes very quickly. It's pretty close to the geyser, and you just have this one tile. And as long as there's like no barrel guy, because this is like the quest and not the fortress, the actual fortress, it's just whatever. Like you have this one tile, and there's no oil yet because he's standing on it all the time. Wait, how did it flow over? Oh, it came from here, I see. But as long as you stand on a tile, it seems like it's not possible for oil to flow there. But usually this one has oil too. Hang on, we need... Oh, that was a real deflection, right? Hell yeah. Not a testing deflection. Good old choke point value. Can we break this up now? It doesn't look like it. Alright, alright. We will end it this way then. Oops. Hey, that's y'all. All calculated, more masochist damage. He's even injured. And he still has an iron weapon. Yeah, he doesn't deal a lot right now. But it's still respectable. Usually you have the oil here to help you too, like this. And then they just stand in oil. And you just murder them like this. I still think we have to play more with this new mechanic. Yeah, it's brand new. So everything I say is like initial thoughts, right? I have no idea how it will play out in the long run. I don't like that agility gives too much of everything. It's become even less important. I mean, concentration is not useless. There are a lot of concentration bells out there. Vitality is not useless. And strength, didn't get nerfed super hard, did it? Like, you have higher base damage now. So, you only get 2%, but you get 2% of a much higher base damage. Which should even out, kind of. This new change still rewards you for investing in strength, but punishes you less for investing in other stats, yeah. Unfortunately, bunnies got nerfed, yeah. Bunnies needed the nerf. Painful healing on a silver greatsword. Wow. This is a legendary silver greatsword. Look at the damage. It does 184 damage. What on earth? Holy shit. It just massacres people. And painful healing. That's kind of funny. So he can heal himself, and then he gets hit again and he heals everyone around him. And then he heals himself up again. And I've never had painful healing on a Blood Knight. It seems ridiculous. And a rare silver sword, sure. It upgrades from 92 damage to 184. It's exactly double. Seems fair. And he upgrades Rusty -2 to Rare Silver with 100. Yeah. Strength increases weapon damage by 2%. But you have 184 now. So every point increases it by 2%, which is a lot more than 2% would be before, right? So while the number is lower, it's still not really the same. It's a bit nerfed, I think, but it's still more impactful than it looks. The legendary Viridium Greatsword had 150. Yeah, it's a lot more. I don't pump concentration to anyone. And even my Glass Cannon Hunter, okay. You know, Glass Cannon Hunter, super broken. Not gonna lie. Easily picks up his blood strength without raising it. Yeah. But Hunter is Hunter. And there's concentration builds. Like Vampire Lord, for example. Does really well with concentration. You can play the game without investing in concentration? That's fair, you can. You don't have to. I'm just saying it's a viable build path on some people. But yeah, strength got nerfed a bit, but that's okay. I guess I'm not sure yet. We will have to see how it plays out later on. So what this means is it's more of a like early game there will be more damage, right? I'm not sure. I need to see the numbers on later game weapons because 184 is super damn scary on a silver greatsword. But we will need to see the numbers on later weapons. But like overall, the later game scaling should be reduced a bit, right? Because it's still less than the old damage and 4% if you have a lot of strength. I have to see it. Who do we pick? Do we get a priest? Oh, Berserker has a flagrant now, right? Do we have to pick a Berserker? Over a priest? Wow, that hurts. He's actually useful. And he's terrible. Oh my god. Do we have to? Village is nerfed with this change. Enemy will also be dealing less damage with this type of scaling. Yeah. I'm not sure when enemies actually get a new weapon. So I imagine they also get upgraded at some point, right? If you reach a certain breakpoint, they get better weapons too, which will upgrade the damage a lot. But overall, they should deal less. Yeah, Berserker now has Flagrant instead of Improviser. I don't think it's good enough. I guess it's still a Berserker, he's still useless. But we kinda need someone to deal with armor, I guess. But I really don't want him. I want the priest. New stuff and things, sure, new stuff and things. Things and stuff. Let's grab a hastening for assassin. You have it, you need it. So we wait for Urtuk for day 15 for our free healing. And we wait, well, we let him die. We don't want him. How does it make you feel, Shiggy? When Footmen just get killed off. And they just don't get medicine even if I have 5 to spare. You need an X-Men? X-Men has more armor shatter than Bloodknight now. So wait a second. The 20% is more impactful than I thought, right? Because, well, since all weapons got buffed, like, all base damage on weapons got buffed, the 20% should be a bit more impactful. So it should actually be a real weapon now, maybe, potentially. It just confirms that you do not know how to use Footman. X-Men has 175% armor shatter. Yeah, he also has shred armor. My old Blood Knight spends his 134 stamina so quickly and spends it pretty quickly. Because he needs stamina. And do not pump him concentration. Now he has become even stronger, and I think he needs concentration even less. Though the strength also now makes less sense. Well, it seems like you reach a point where he's just OP. I think all the hard carries in this game reach a point where they're just OP, and it doesn't really matter what you spec on them. Like if you get to a point where you don't need more damage because you already one-shot people, or like you already kill people fast enough, then your character is just busted at this point. But yeah, I'm not saying you need concentration. You can play without concentration, and if you hit often enough, then, or yeah, if you have enough stamina and hit often enough, you can like compensate for that, right? But you need to enable him to hit more often. I'm just saying there are like certain classes that do very well with concentration, like shaman, like priest, monk, assassin. Actually, assassin hits 4 times, and with concentration he's like a focus machine. Then there's Vampire Lord, of course, who has a Lyncher Slaughterer combo, which gives him a lot of damage just from concentration. I'm just saying, like, it's not a useless stat on everyone. But yes, like, eventually a Blood Knight gets really out of hand. It's just different playstyles, yeah, I agree. But about the strength changes, I cannot really say yet. It's just too hard to say without even seeing late game weapons yet. And without, like, I haven't even spec'd strength on anyone yet, right? I just know the numbers, like, I just know it's 2% now and it's higher base damage, but I don't know the exact numbers. Also, where do we fight this? Probably here. Let's save first. Let's stay safe here. That's an actual fight. We don't care about villagers here. And we have a stupid berserker. Man, I wish I picked the priest. He has flagrant by default, and he lost his improviser. Improviser was fairly useless on him until you got like a better focus. Because Rend Armor, if you get it, hey, it says now unlocks at level 4. Nice. That's a cool change. I like that. If you unlock Rend Armor when he gets full focus, you just give it to him anyways. Like, with Improviser he can get it a little bit earlier, because if he attacks and he gets full focus, it still applies to him and it still counts, I think. But you just give it to him after and there's 3 charges. You don't need a second one. So Improviser was very bad on him, until you could replace the focus if you wanted to. But Flagrant is always useful with Berserker Duelist. I just don't think it's enough yet. He's still pretty bad. He also has a rusty -2 Iron Big Axe. He does 59 damage. That's almost one-handed X-Men level. And he gets hit back. Wow. He's like a bigger version of the Scavenger X-Men, of the previous Scavenger X-Men, but he gets hit back. Glad I have you on board. I'm glad I have this unit right now. Good thing I didn't pick the priest. You don't need it every turn. Well, you don't need it, but you see, it gives bigger numbers. You can just you can have enough stamina to hit and man-split every turn though. So let's say with the new changes, right? You have more damage available and you need less points in strength. So you have more strength, more points to spare. So you could level up concentration instead, and A Main Splitter gives you 2.5 multiplier on base damage, which means you get it more often, and you benefit from the higher base damage with more Mind Splitters. And you get it to a point where you Mind Split every turn, which means you would need 160 stam or 170 if you want to charge. So you could just like kill someone every turn. I don't know. Doesn't seem bad. I actually think Bounty Hunter X will be insane. Chubby Boy will actually go bonkers. No, it's Bob. Bob is dead. Yeah, but that's just the nature of the game, right? Eventually, you get you usually have very specialized builds, and the enemy just scales up with you, but the enemy raises all the stats, and most of the time they are classes that don't use all the stats very effectively, whereas you build your characters to be very effective, and you absorb mutators and stuff, and eventually your DPS carries just get to a point where they're just stronger than everything. It's just the nature of this game. It's not necessarily wrong. I guess there should be stuff like this, and you can always decide not to play with that. Bob. If it wins me the game in the highest difficulty, I think it's good enough. But have you thought about it's not this, like, it's not what you use that is OP, but you are OP? Could also be. We could also just nerf Soma. That would also be an option, right? It's just a matter of playstyle. Yeah, I think so too. And that's a good thing, right? If you can have different playstyles and both are strong. Someone comes up with the... Why can I not go there? Oh, because he stands there. I'm blind. His feet were so tiny that my brain did not register that he stands on this tile. I was like, he's standing over there, why can I not go there? And then I look closer. Yeah, someone comes up with a lot of weird stuff, and most of the time it's a meme. Or like sometimes it's a meme, but sometimes it's also really good. And he makes the weirdest shit work. Holy shit. Man, I'm not used to them actually having damage. There was so much damage just from an attack, like a backstab. Alright. Look how glad I am to have this unit. Wow. What a cool exchange, huh? I'm so happy you're on my team. Couldn't have done it without you. We're gonna get nerfed soon, don't worry. Agility is too important, especially in the lane. What makes me most of all is that agility rises just as much. And even without additional perks for agility and speed, they begin to receive a move more often than even my Blood Knight. Ah, I see. For speed purposes. And if they still have ways to slow down my character, then this turns into trash. Yeah, I'm usually racing. So at the start, I go for stamina. Like I just go agility for stamina. I should have jumped there. But eventually in the mid game, I start racing speed on everyone. I start racing agility on everyone just for the speed, just to keep up with turn order. Like having very low speed or super low agility is very punishing later on, when everyone gets faster and faster. You kind of need to keep up with that, or you need other speed scaling, right? But mostly you need agility to have a better baseline. That's true. But there's a diminishing return to agility, isn't there? At least I think there is. So at some point it gets less and less beneficial. But yeah, you need a baseline. Like if you run around with like 17 or 20 agility in the late game, it gets really miserable really quick. Because they just two-turn you all the time. Agility is too important mainly for the sake of stamina. If you do not have a special build for agility. I don't know, I never thought about it this way. I don't really have an opinion on if it's good or bad to have to raise agility later on just for speed. I just kind of take it how it is. I don't know. But yeah, I get what you're saying, it's just I don't know if I... Maybe? No, it's fine, I think. You don't need to spend all your points in agility after all. And some builds are fine without agility, right? If you have... it's your turn to shine. For example, bunnies or anything with Colossus is totally fine without agility. And you can also use mutators. Painful healing. You can also get mutators, right? You can get Birdie. You can get Athletic, which is 12 agility, which is quite a lot. You can have 2 turns, an enemy has 1 turn if you have more agility. Yeah, you can. Sometimes if the enemy has speeder, yeah, usually it's if the enemy really 2 turns you, it's either because of Birdie speeder, or it's because they speed up or they slow you down. Or it's like a really big difference. Like if it's very late in the game and you have 17 agility, like the base agility of some characters, and they have like, and you're like level 30, right? Then I can see how you get 2 turned all the time. This is probably the first thing I didn't like about the game. The agility is responsible for both the stamina and the frequency of the move. Yeah, it's true. Like you need agility on like basically everyone, but you can still decide how much agility you need. And most characters don't do anything with just agility. They still need vitality to survive or strength to do damage. But yeah, agility is very strong. I don't know how it plays out now with strength being a bit less important, but it will still be important. It's just a little bit less. I don't know how it will be now, but yeah, it's pretty important, huh? With Speeder, they just have 3 turns in a row before me. Then you're either like super late game, or you didn't level agility at all. Like if they 2-turn you without Speeder, then like you're super low agility. With Speeder, yeah, they can have 3 turns sometimes. It's probably the only stat that's important for every character. Yeah, it's true. It is very strong. Do we go weakening crits again for the Berserker? Are we trying to make a Berserker again? Man, I hope not. But I guess we are, huh? Sure. Try the weakening crit strat again. Right. Yeah, they're dying, I know. Show me a relic. Oh yes. Show me reflexive skin. New reflexive skin. Come on. Nah, it's damage. Fine, I'll take damage. Also, it's a fun meme. That is why Soma loves birdies so much. Yeah, it's true. Alright, we wait 2 turns. We wait until Urtuk is healed. On day 15, you get a scripted event, which triggers once, and heals Urtuk for 1 time only. So, now we have him dying, and then we get the event pop up here with the mutation progress. It's always on day 15. And the mutation has evolved, but in a good way. Hey! If Urtuk had an injury from last battle, it is now healed. And now he's good again. Good as new. And this is why we don't use medicine on him to save this one. And we don't use medicine on him because we don't want him. We have a better one, who is a soldier, which is just a bonus perk, so he's just superior. And we don't want him. And we just use him for a battle or 2, and then he's gonna die. Horribly. Alright. Valder Outpost. So the Valder Outpost rewards got buffed. They used to be terrible. But now, let's see what the new rewards are. Also, let's get horribly massacred by Valder, because our team cannot handle this whatsoever. So let's do it. My people usually have 102 to 132 stamina. That's not very low. So you must be in the super late game, it feels like. Send that injured Footman into a suicide charge? Hell yeah. You know we're gonna do it. They have 2 crossbows, and I have 2 Footmen. So, that's good. You just gonna charge him then? I think you are. We can never handle him. Our Berserker has a rusty -2 big axe. Nobody else deals with armor. Glorious. So he kind of has to stay around until the end, huh? At least their armor isn't high yet. It's like 200, because it's early game Valdur. Usually, on map 2 he has 1500 armor, right? But right now he has only 200 on each. He also has 200, 100. That's not too much. I think he just charges in here then. So he cannot get shot by him anyways. And he goes first, so he does not have a backstab on me yet. So he might even survive a turn or 2 before he dies. And that's a good wait for him to die. He dies soon, so we need to use him. And this is probably pretty good to use him. Do you really think we can defeat them? Well, you see. Not really, but we might as well try. Can also solo him, right? Pretty sure he can solo him. That's also not bad. Let's keep him occupied so he does not get the backstabs on us. Get him here, sure. Get him! Got him. We just hit level 4. We're so low level for this fight. He has Lightfoot, huh? So he can get a long weapon reach. But that puts him in a dangerous spot. But they will go after him anyways. Got him. Deflected. Does he have Lightfoot now? So he can't get around to him. I would like to go on him, but... I think he spends his stuff on this guy. Wow. Almost broke through, huh? Almost. Strong versus. Interesting. We just spam him actually. He has Lightfoot now. Wait, did we just win it like this? He does not have Lightfoot. Can he do it from here now? He just stands here and gets shot at. Poor Archer. I'm almost sorry for him. But only almost. Wait, that was super easy. I guess we got 2 pits in. And he just soloed an assassin. Alright. Show me those rewards. I'm curious now. Has to be at least a legendary, right? This is like an actually hard mission. What is it? Wait, what? What is this? Where are my better rewards? What? Excuse me? What is this? Scams? I know, right? I feel debated. I got told there were better rewards now. $10% more trillium? It's actually 10% more trillium? I thought there was a joke. It's a high chance to get a legendary weapon. This feels so bad. Did you see me play enemy fortification before? Enemy fortification is the freest mission ever. And it gives you medicine and 2 rewards and has a high chance at a legendary. And then there is Valdor Outpost, which is actually hard. Like we got super lucky in this mission with 2 pits and like and we deflected the archer shots and stuff. But this is like a mission that can actually wipe you and you get like a rare item and some trillium. This feels super bad. Your roll failed. Feels bad. Okay. At least it's a high chance for a legendary now. I trust you. Hey, feels good, man. It's just, it's a very hard mission. It should have good rewards. I like high risk, high reward missions, but I don't like high risk, low reward missions as much. I would like to be tempted by Valdor outposts more, and I will die to them more. Like, if I know there's something to be had here, knowing myself, I will go in there all the time and will die all the time, which will be fun. Collapsed mine. Okay, so Could you explain to me why this is an easy mission? Can someone explain? Let's die in here. Because as soon as you go here, you cannot back out because it collapses behind you. And then you're surrounded by like, what do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 beasts. And they can roll super nasty stuff if you're unlucky. And of course you have this trap line, but the trap line is RNG based. Like here for example, there are no traps and they can get directly on you. And your allies are useless most of the time anyways. And you cannot back out because it's like a collapsed mine. So this should not be an easy mission. I think it killed a lot of people when they read easy and went in there and then got like absolutely destroyed. Yik is such a reliable guy. I don't know. The traps everywhere? Yeah, but besides traps, you also have some allies with questionable intelligence. Yeah, you do. Usually your allies just rush forward into the next enemy they see and die. Like, it depends a lot. There's RNG to this, right? So, beasts also have RNG. Like, not early on, not so much. But as soon as they're elite, they can roll ridiculous stuff or like stuff you can easily deal with. And then the traps have RNG where they spawn. Like if there's an open place, and let's say those 3 were over here, and suddenly you have 5 beasts in an open space and cannot defend it. Or you could have stuff like here, where it's super protected against all of them. It's like RNG with traps, then it's RNG with allies. Because ranged units are very good for you, or armored units are usually very good for you because they take a long time to die. But if you roll an assassin, you will just facepalm into there, like just rush there and hit him once, which doesn't do anything, and then he gets hit twice and dies. And suddenly you have no allies. So there's a lot of RNG to this mission. But it's labeled easy and it killed me so often. Like it ended my run so often. It's incredible. Alright, let's do it. Let's clean up here first. And we really need a bigger axe for him. A better axe. Bigger and better. Wait, he didn't even move yet. He has no light foot. Alright, let's get his armor then. Strong versus. Could be beasts. He has mace. Could be bludgeon. Hard to tell. Oh, he doesn't have stupid light foot. Strong versus. Beast immobilized, bleeding. Get him. Yeah, long weapon reach does seem to give global experience. Wow, it does so much damage. It's a rare silver, or like, I think rare silver sword for 100 damage. That's so much. He actually does damage without bleeding now. Oh, I can ram him into this? Rammed him into a trap. Feels good. Smork. Okay, ramming into traps pretty fun, not gonna lie. Yeah, seems like beasts, huh? Also, I might have just killed him. Let's not have him killed. Okay, this was pretty easy. I admit that. But I think we got pretty lucky with this mission. And this mission is not always easy. Being banned spike traps feels bad. Did the run fail? Because we used the spike trap. Leeching crits? Leeching crits? Take leeching crits. Take leeching crits? Take leeching crits.